And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're paying for deliverance, you're already in trouble. You should be donating. Ministers that are truly anointed, they shouldn't have to charge for the things that have been freely given to us by the Lord. That I have an issue with. That I have an issue with. Okay? I'm going to be honest. That's a red flag. You know what I do? I have yellow flags and red flags, and they go off, in my mind. And you know why? Because I walk in discernment. Before, I used to be really dumb, gullible, and naive, and the devil took advantage of me, just like he did fornicating, listening to the whispers of a guy. I love you. I'm never going to leave you. We're going to have the best life ever. See what I'm saying? But in our Christian walk, it's an entirely different deal. And we have to be discerning. You know how I wish I would have been discerning? Do you know how many mistakes I could have saved myself from and my life from, the bad decisions that came from me not being discerning? But you know what? We become Christian and we believe everything we think. You know why we do it? Because we're Christian and we believe they're Christian. Just because someone's Christian doesn't mean they're anointed. Just someone's Christian doesn't mean they're authentic. Ever heard about the wheat and the tares? Come on. Come on. There are tares in the wheat. This is not just unbelievers and believers. That's what that parable is actually about. But how many tares are in the church? How many tares are in deliverance ministry? How many tares are in healing ministry? There are a bunch of tares that are growing beautifully in with the wheat, and you can't even tell the difference. Can't even tell the difference. And this is the sad truth. So we're chasing the wrong thing. Instead of pursuing hard and fast after God, instead of chasing his word, instead of knowing his word, we're being deceived because we're being drawn in. We're being drawn in. We're drinking the cup of demons. We're drinking the cup of demons, and then we're getting infected. And then I have these women that come in, and they've gone to 25 different ministries, and I'm supposed to connect the dots, figure out their life, help them get rid of terminal illness. You know what happens when you continue being disobedient and going to all these ministers and seeking man versus God? It's idolatry. You know what happened to Israel when they were going through idolatry? Let me tell you what happened to them. They never made it to the promised land. These women ain't making it to the promised land of healing and freedom because they're idol worshipers. Idol worshipers. See what I'm saying? Before it used to be Madonna, before it used to be the Go-Go's, before it used to be Michael Jackson. That tells you my age. Now you know who they're idol worshiping? Man, Christian man, the prophet, the apostle, the deliverance minister. What's the difference in idolatry? One is before Christ, BC. One is after Christ. Same fruit of idolatry. That's exactly what's happening. Come on. Is this a good word for anybody? Come on, tell me. Is this a good word? This is what most women will never, ever want to hear. See? Because they like it. They like it. It fixes their problems. They think, I'm going to go see and do this one thing, and my life's going to be wonderful. And they're being lied to, and they're being seduced, and they're being deceived. And guess what? They come in, and I read their chart like a doctor. I read their chart just like a doctor, and I see pattern. Oh, yep. Counterfeit spirit, familiar spirit, unanointed ministry, seducing spirits, doctrines of demons at this ministry, and they're loaded to the gills. Loaded. And then a doctor, what does he do? Takes the chart, tries to unravel it, and then he puts together a treatment plan. Now, usually by that time, it's really too late, and these women are so desperate because they've been getting more sick. They're desperate. So the desperate email sounds like this. Help, I'm about to die. Help, I keep getting raped at night by spirits. That's the extreme. You know that stage 5 I was talking about? That's at stage 5 there. That's what's happening. That's what they're going through. You know why? It started at a stage 1. They got seduced on YouTube, went to a stage 2, 3, 4, and before you know it, their whole Christian walk, their deliverance journey is at a stage 5. Critical condition, ICU. But they need an IV of truth, and that's what this ministry does. This ministry is here for you to give you an IV of truth. But you know what? IVs hurt, don't they? Can you imagine having a needle in your wrist, giving you truth continually? You know what happens? How many of you have had an IV? Type in the chat. How many of you have an IV? You know what IVs do? They hurt, don't they? They're uncomfortable. The truth is uncomfortable. This is what this ministry does, and you are welcome, Suzette. This is what this ministry does. We give you an IV of truth, and you know what? It is uncomfortable, but we're trying to make you well. We are trying to make you well, but it's going to take an IV. and it gets a little uncomfortable and you want to pull it out. You just want to go on your merry way. But an IV, as uncomfortable as it is, what are we doing here at the ministry? We are dripping truth. We are dripping truth, aren't we? Mount Movers is about giving you an IV, drip by drop by drop of truth, truth, truth. Nourishment from God's word. Nourishment. True food, not Jell-O. The church is too genetically modified. We're corn-fed Christians. A bunch of corn-fed, genetically modified Christians. Eating the doctrine, the fat, the bad stuff. That's a whole other topic. We have to stop chasing deliverance.